This is the Zone 1 podcast for a premium travel experience. The Zone 1 podcast brings you incredible travel opportunities and excursions through networktravel.ca. The Zone 1 podcast features the legendary Jackie Ray Greening, Rick McSwain from Network Travel, and I'm your host, Terry Evans. The Zone 1 podcast for a premium travel experience. J.R. Greening and Rick McSwain from networktravel.ca joining us from a small cruise ship are you in Split in Croatia?
Yes.
Is that where you are?
Yes, we are in Split. Thank goodness we're in Split because every other city we haven't been able to pronounce the name.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, no, we could. We just do it wrong.
Did you start in Zagreb or is it Zagreb?
Yes,
Zagreb.
Yeah.
Zagreb.
So we started there with the tour. I came out a couple of days early and also went to Slovenia. And if anybody who's listening or watching, Croatia, I know is all the rage. Slovenia, though, was incredible. It was only about an hour. We had hired a driver and we went there, and it was amazing. So if you're coming to Croatia, don't forget about our buddies in Slovenia.
So what you go to Slovenia? Is it Slovenia or Slovenia? I've always said Slovenia. I guess it doesn't really matter.
I think it's Slovenia. Right.
Unless you're Slovenian. So the Slovaks and Croats, there's a long history there. It's interesting. Have either one of you looked into that?
It is, yeah. I just find the Croatian culture has. You think of the influence they had from Italy as the Roman Emperor. They took over from here. The French were even here for a little bit. They've been invaded a lot. So there's a lot of influences here. It's a real melting pot of Europe, actually.
And everywhere we go, we've been doing these tours. And of course, as we work our way down to Dubrovnik, we're going to see the old city. Buddy's got a motorcycle going over here.
No, do you know what it is? It's a freaking e-bike.
Is it?
It's
No.
Look at the dickhead.
Why does an e-bike
It's a
have a
new-
two-stroke engine?
It does.
That's not an e-bike. What is it, a European e-bike?
Yeah, it must be, yeah. I don't think it's an e-bike.
It is.
Diesel-powered
It's not a
e-bike.
motorbike.
He must have put some sort of muffler on it.
How much Slovenian grog have you had today, JR?
No, not actually. We just came off a 90-minute tour here in Split, which we learned a lot.
Well, and there's an old fort not far from here, just walking distance. So there's these old stone Roman Empire built kind of fortresses on the ocean everywhere here. No matter what city or town you're in, there's an old fortress.
It was really interesting. The one we were in where the emperor lived on the upper floor, and the reason that nothing happened on the lower floor because that's where that's how high the water was.
Water came in.
On the lower end where we walked through it. Yeah, so a little older than St. Albert, Alberta, Canada.
Yeah, even older than Edmonton, believe it.
Yeah.
So we're sitting on this motor yacht vessel ship, but it's just our 27 people on this vessel, and we're docked right here in downtown Split. It's beautiful out. It's 28, 29 degrees or something right now. A little cloud coming in.
Got the hot tub behind us.
Hot tub right here. Yeah, it's just beautiful, and it's so comfortable because there's only us on this vessel.
Did you watch Game of Thrones, Terry?
No, I have not watched the Game of Thrones, but before you get into the Game of Thrones, you're talking about your background with the hot tub and the Croatian flag and the harbor in Split. My background is there. I just threw my Sharpie at it.
That's not real.
I can poke,
Yeah.
I can poke my background. It's,
We can't.
Yeah, ours is kind of real. Yeah.
what has Game of Thrones got to do with Split or Croatia?
Well, there's a lot. I saw Game of Thrones. I saw all seasons. You didn't see it though, JR. But so much of the Game of Thrones was filmed here in Croatia. Some up in Iceland and other areas, but there was a lot of things that was filmed here at the fortress that we just came from. Or the old palace, I guess. But where the dragons were captured or they were chained up, there's that that massive cavern that they filmed in there, and there's in the old city of Dubrovnik. There's all kinds of different
I haven't
places.
been there. What was the city we were at yesterday? And you knew where all all the little heads.
Oh yeah. So we were at a cathedral yesterday, and there was that Spelnik?
Yeah, Slovenia.
Something like that. But anyway, so we were at St. Michael's Cathedral, and it's where the faces. There was all these faces. That's where it was filmed. Anyways, I can't remember. It's like 5 years since I watched Game of Thrones. So,
Are you talking about Sibiniak? Sibenik? Is that where you
That's
were?
it. Yes, that's where
Okay.
we were.
All
Thank
We should-
goodness you're looking at a map.
we should have invited Terry.
right.
Oh, right.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm glad you did. Before we talk, I'm still interested in the Slovenia part, the pre-Croatia part of your trip, JR. How many people joined you for that? It wasn't the full
There was actually
27?
six of us. Yeah, so it was. There was just the six of us. We hired a driver, and it took us. And you have to have your passports just in case they stop you. But it's the European Union, so he just drives us right in. And oh my goodness, we swam in a beautiful lake that was surrounded by castles. We went on a trail. It's just what I find here is the people, they have a great sense of humor, number one, which I love. Number two, their local wine is quite good. But number three, oh my goodness. A lot of the times, though, I'm saying, this reminds me of Vesuvius. This reminds me of Oliver, in southern BC, a lot of it. But Slovenia was impeccable, like in relation to cleanliness and the water here,
Crystal clear.
crystal clear. You can see to the bottom.
Even here on the ocean, there's no garbage
Sea.
anywhere. Sorry,
Sea.
on the sea.
Adriatic Sea.
Adriatic
Yeah.
Sea, not the ocean.
Yeah, you can do for that.
So we have traveled now quite a bit around the country so far in the north. We went to Karka National Park. Absolutely beautiful. There were some scenes that we posted on Instagram just yesterday, and it is absolutely stunning. All these waterfalls and no garbage anywhere. And the water here, they've got aqueducts here, and they've got the most purified water, I think, of all of Europe. They say.
Oh, it's yeah.
You can drink water right from the stream.
Is there, how sometimes you see those travel pictures where there's the couple in the boat out in the bay of whatever lake or ocean, and it looks like it's floating sort of thing? It's like an optical illusion. Is it that sort of thing when
It's that clear here?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
And we'll have something tomorrow because we're going out to it's like a massive sand dune. I can't remember the name of it. Damn it.
Damn it.
But we're gonna have 2 swim stops tomorrow off the back of this vessel, and we've got kayaks and we've got paddle boards and
So I did the paddleboard. Not pretty today, but we should give a plug to this the boat we're on. Like it's a desire. Yeah,
Desire.
and through the Colette Tour Group, the staff is incredible. But what I do love is we totally went off the end of the boat today. People were swimming. People had noodles. People had dinghies. I was trying to paddleboard, not very well, but I was trying to engage my core, but that just didn't work.
She scared a lot of wildlife away when she was laughing so hard.
So, Rick, there's just one thing, Rick. I know you were talking about Sibiniak and you were talking about the dunes. This is a notepad, and what you can do is you can take a pencil and write anything on it to maybe give yourself a reminder of, I don't know, the names of the dunes. There's another thing actually in your phone. If you go on your phone, there's a thing called notes. There's notes.
Get right on
One
that.
second. We're on a podcast and my phone is right here.
You can type shit right into your phone.
Everybody's
and
a smart ass, eh? There's 100,000 comedians out of work, and he's trying to be funny.
He's right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm the part I love about this is I'm not doing this alone.
Let's face it, By the time November rolls around, you are going to be about ready for an all-inclusive trip to Mexico. Why not join Jackie Rae Greening, Rick McSwain from Network Travel, and me for an all-inclusive trip to the Moon Palace Resort in Cancun, November 3rd to the 10th. But the chef's kiss? Unlimited golf. I mean, sure, you've got the all-inclusive everything at the Moon Palace Resort. I've stayed at a Moon Palace Resort before. They're fabulous. But unlimited golf. Cart fee not included. It's $90 US per round. But everything else is, even the food and drinks on the golf course. All you have to do is go to networktravel.ca to find out more. Jackie Rae Greening, Rick McSwain from Network Travel, and me hosting the all-inclusive, all-you-can-golf trip to Mexico, Cancun, November 3rd to the 10th. Networktravel.ca.
Thank goodness we have Sonia from Colette Tours. So
Yeah.
she is just wonderful, and she's keeping us between the ditches,
Well-
barely, but she's keeping us.
Well, and she laughs because she goes, people here can't remember names and they can't pronounce any of the names because it's not pronounced the way it's spelled.
Mhm.
Nowhere near like that.
So Vodice. How would you pronounce that?
Vodice.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No,
No?
no, you're wrong.
It's-
That's the way.
What is
Good job you're not here, Terry. You spell everything. You pronounce it all wrong. I'd have to throw you in.
So
Yeah.
I was going to ask, you talked about the wine up in Slovenia. So is there a lot of Croatian wine that you can sample there, JR? Or is it beer drinking country?
There's great
what's-
beer, and what they don't, it's a country of only 4 million. So in Croatia, everything is, all the wine, all the beer, it's only sold locally. So you couldn't go down to the St. Albert Wine and Beyond and have their wine because it's all kept here because it's such a small country. But they have some wonderful wine, rosé to reds to whites. It's really
Olive
good.
oil as well.
And olive oil is really good here.
And they don't produce enough to export. So
Yeah.
So everything is local.
Prosciutto, their prosciutto is
It's
wonderful.
amazing. Yeah, it's incredible.
And salami.
So
Yeah.
so we went to
The farm.
the farm
Yeah.
to table, where they had pigs. They had a farm. We should have mentioned that. We might get caught at customs on the way back. So, but farm to table. Buddy had a pig leg there, and how many days did they have to hang that up? before- They explained the pro. See, again, we should have took notes. We were too busy eating.
Yeah.
But it was just incredible because they came out with all of these different types of olive oils, and they had it was like ports they had too, and you
Yeah.
did the wine tasting, and it was just incredible.
More meat than I expected here,
Yeah.
like especially down in Zagreb. Like here now, we're starting to get a little more seafood, but they're very meat between pork is obviously big here, but also today we had steak for lunch.
Steak,
A
yeah.
beautiful
It's
steak.
beautiful.
Yeah.
But a lot of seafood out here. We're on the ocean, obviously now.
Yeah.
But
Sea.
sorry, sea. See, okay.
Go
so-
with Network Travel. He knows the difference between ocean and a sea.
Exactly. So, she's fired. So, no. So one of the big things here is mussels, oysters,
Oh yes.
sea bass. They got shallow sea bass and the deep sea bass. Obviously, there's
Their tuna.
their tuna.
Oh,
Um,
crazy good.
yeah. So
Yeah.
we're super excited because we've got a bunch of seafood stops coming up. We'll talk about that on our next podcast.
Yes.
Has there been any concern with Mount Etna that's erupted down? I know it's quite a ways away. It's on the east
I'll
coast
let
of
Jackie
Sicily.
Rae answer that. Too.
It's-
Mount Etna erupted. We missed
Mount
that
Etna.
memo.
You're across the Adriatic Sea and off the toe of the boot there, Sicily. It's the eastern coast of Sicily, but yeah, Mount Etna has been.
God, we sound like two morons.
We
So
like
you can't have fun and watch the news. Seriously,
we've done a lot of touring.
I swear to God. Like we're hosting and everyone's having so much fun.
Oh.
We're not watching any news. I haven't seen
Good.
any news.
No, I haven't. No,
No. No
Yeah.
politics, no news. Nobody here is talking about politics or news.
No, it's actually
Good.
very
Nothing.
refreshing. Yeah.
It's like
The only thing you always the boys like Oilers. What? Hey, who did we
Oh yeah,
acquire
yeah, yeah.
today?
That's all we know, and we'd still.
Though we did, Vijay, go to a sports bar to watch the Canada-Morocco
Oh yeah.
World Cup soccer game. We're the only people in there, and so it's a bar, and we're hungry.
And we showed up with Canada flags.
But we had to go out to get our food. We had to go down the street to a pizza place and bring it into the bar. So we only serve beer.
But they love Canadians here. They
Oh, yeah.
absolutely love Canadians.
Mhm.
So we brought the pizza back to the bar, and they let us do that. They were
Oh,
fine
yeah,
with
they
that.
were great.
Put the game on TV, and we sat
And then-
there cheering, and
It was awesome.
we never got one
Yeah.
goal, but that's fine.
I don't think there's a ton to be alarmed about with Mount Etna. It's the little eruption that they did have, a little bit of a lava flow, but most of the smoke is heading southeast toward Tunis and Malta and that sort of thing. But
Okay, we're okie dokie then. Phew,
Yeah,
we were
I
really
don't-
worried. Wow.
I was going to sleep.
so you're in port now at Split, and there's a bunch of little islands in and around there. You just kind of dot in and around those on your way to Dubrovnik. How many days does that
Dubrovnik,
take you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll spend the last night in Dubrovnik. So tomorrow we've got two, like I said, two swim stops. So we'll leave. We get up usually. Everyone's out of bed by 7:30 or 8 o'clock roughly. So we have breakfast between 7:30 and 9 o'clock. Swim stop roughly around 10:30, like this morning. Then we're in for about an hour for a swim stop, which is really fun and it's quick. It takes an hour goes by, not that fast when you're out there falling off a board.
A paddleboard over and over again.
And then we cruise for a few hours. Then we do another swim stop tomorrow. And then we just keep working our way through all these little islands, all these little ports and stops. What's really neat too is the food on here is amazing.
Oh.
But we've got an opportunity when we pull into these ports. We're right in the middle of town, and we can just go and there's cafes and little seafood shops and restaurants and pubs and all kinds of stuff. Like the harbor hospitality
Is
incredible.
And we were talking about the ship and all the people, but even in Croatia, most people they have to English as a second language. So you come and you're able to communicate, and some are better than others, but the communication is wonderful, and the actually very Canadian sense of humor, actually, in a lot of ways, kind of, a little sarcastic, little deadpan. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been yelled at a lot of waiters with no teeth because they get my humor.
Yeah. So we went to this one place. So we walked around all through, this old town and through these big stone walls and all this stuff. Is beautiful. And then of course we worked our way back down to the port to get on the ship again onto this boat. And it wasn't a plan, but we all ended up in the same little cafe. And there's cafes all along, but the whole group ended up in the same cafe by accident. And the lady that owns it, she came out to talk to you.
Yeah, because we were the first ones walking by. And she says, "You come." And okay. And she sat down and immediately found chairs for all our listeners.
Elena.
Elena. She was such a character. Then she said, "You sing." And so I had to sing.
Country Roads. She knew the song.
Yeah, she knew the song.
She knew the words. So it's fun.
Yeah.
So we had the whole, and it wasn't just us in there. There were the place would hold probably 100 people, and it was really busy. And here's the owner singing Country Roads with us. It was pretty funny. It was lots of fun.
Yeah, wonderful people. They're chill. It's just pretty relaxing.
Yeah, we make it a little easier on them.
How long is the full trip? If I remember correctly, it's 8-9 days or something that you're on the boat?
Well, we're seven nights on board this ship or this yacht vessel, and then we had 2 nights in Zagreb, and so 7, 9, 10. Actually, it's 10 nights.
Yeah.
So
Zagreb is the capital of Croatia, so their population's about 800,000. Greater population is just over 1 million. So just a little smaller than Edmonton. So it was it was interesting to be there, all the cafes, and they had just had an earthquake about 6 years ago. So a lot of construction in the downtown core. So just still rebuilding from, but still it was
The
pretty
earthquake,
amazing.
the earthquake in Zagreb hit in March of 2020, just as COVID hit. And so they had to start rebuilding, plus shut down for COVID. So getting back to that, yeah, it's 11 nights. So we did 2 nights in Zagreb,
Yeah.
2 nights in beautiful hotel
In
and
Olympia Sky.
Olympia Sky in
Yeah.
Venice. And then so that's 4 nights and then 7 nights on board the ship. So so it's now, I mean, now we're on the coast, so it's just
Yeah.
the sea is absolutely beautiful. There's super yachts everywhere around us.
Actually, you should take
Yeah, maybe.
don't trip. I'm not going to do it, but should give a view so
Terry.
those, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's terrific. And then as soon as you're done, then Shay Gannam from 880 Ched is going to be on that same boat driving around in the Adriatic Sea
Yeah,
as
that's
well,
correct.
right?
Yeah. Yeah. So Shay will be on here. They're going to be, we're get off in Dubrovnik. And then these folks, let me see. There we go. All right. How's that? Oh, look at that. Pretty good.
Perfect.
So, yeah, so we get off in Dubrovnik. They take another group back for 7 nights from Dubrovnik back up to Zagreb. Well, it's split. They get off and then they continue on to Zagreb. And then our folks come in just in time. They do Zagreb. They go down to Vadish, and then they get on here on the ship and continue on with the same itinerary.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's all with Colette Tours. We love working with Colette. I mean, they've handpicked this all these hotels and
Yeah.
and
two wonderful tour guides.
managers.
Yeah,
They're
tour guides. They have
wonderful.
each town we come to. There's a tour guide, so we can get the lay of the land and
Yeah.
everything. And
Sonia, our tour manager, is
Yeah.
fantastic. And
Yeah.
so there's really not much for us to do, but just
schmooze.
we're entertaining.
Reluctantly.
Hi, this is Terry Evans, hoping you'll join me for the Reluctantly Podcast. ReluctantlyPodcast.com, with guests like Tom Cochran, Brian Johnson from AC/DC, Brian Baumler, and Kevin Lowe, formerly with the Edmonton Oilers. Also Darby Mills, Lee Aaron, Haley Benedict, and more. ReluctantlyPodcast.com.
Reluctantly.
Well, you were talking about the age of some of the castles and structures that you were in. Oh, there's the chainsaw again. You were talking about it, and we just had July 4th, and it was the United States of America's 250th birthday. And even the stuff that you're seeing over there in Europe is much older than that. So it's that's the kind of stuff that I really get into, is seeing the old architecture and all of this stuff, and just thinking about, all of the foots that have gone up and down these worn stone stairs and that sort of thing.
Well, yeah.
Oh God, Split, the tour we just had in Split. She explained we were in this, and so the emperor had this palatial place, and then he was a pagan. So eventually, the next emperor was a Christian. But they thought, why? We don't need all this space. So they started to fill up the spaces below with garbage. They would just, okay, we're going to knock this wall down. So you can actually see a wall. It's garbage from how many years ago?
11th century
yeah,
or something.
Yeah, it was just, that's what they did back then, just to make more rooms. And they, since he was a pagan, they thought, okay, we're going to build a big church right in the middle of this. And so that's what here, I don't know if you can see it. It's the big church right behind us. Yeah. If I get out of the way
right
here.
in the center of the screen. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
So that was originally not there until the new emperor came in and decided that this needed, and they threw the poor guy, the pagan dude, they put his body in a mausoleum, and they tossed that body out, and then they
put the other guy in.
You put the other guy in.
So,
Yeah.
And the mountain you can see in the back here, they built an aqueduct all the way from that mountain all the way to the palace. Fresh water just for the king and his family.
Yeah.
Nobody else got the fresh water, and so there's a whole there's a whole map that they kind of show us, and how this aqueduct was. There's tunnels. The tunnels obviously still exist where they built this aqueduct so they could funnel of
Yeah.
water all the way into
And the
this castle.
construction of the, you know, it's all limestone. So Croatia is all like limestone everywhere. And the construction back in the day, you just go, oh my goodness. And it was built in 11 years because the emperor wanted his palace built before he died.
Yeah. they
So
built it
he
that fast.
thousands and thousands of slaves had to carry these huge limestone blocks.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, crazy, crazy.
You've both been very enthusiastic talking about your experiences so far. So, like Croatia is obviously living up to the hype.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And it was really hot. Like Zagreb, it was, well, what we when we arrived, it was like 38. It was, it's a little warm, but right now it's like 30. It's now a little cloud cover, which is nice. The temperature is really good. Like
And we're on the water, so it's like
Yeah.
a few degrees cooler,
Mhm.
obviously, but it's like still 28 to 31
Yeah.
out here. And what I love about it, this is like what Europe used to be like. Northern Europe used to be like this back 25 years ago. This is still people. It's, you know, there's a lot of tourists now that come here because it's really taken off in terms of popularity. But people still have that. They still have that old European attitude where they still welcome you. They're gracious. They're friendly. They really work hard to, you know, speak English to you and, you know, get along well.
Yeah.
Everyone's fantastic.
Yeah, it is living up to the hype for sure.
It is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The fact that it's still old timey Europe sort of thing, is that one of the things that surprised you the most about it, or did you like? Is it a technologically advanced country, or is it one like old timey sort of stuff?
Okay, can I say, okay, if I know probably Danielle Smith, they listen and watch this podcast. The roads here are way better shape than back home. Like unbelievable road system.
Yeah.
Like the highways, all of us have been commenting going, these roads are way better than Alberta roads.
They look like they're brand new,
It's amazing.
freshly paved, and there's tunnels everywhere.
And there's beautiful tunnels. So that really surprised me. The drinking water, I said, as we said, is so good.
They encourage you to drink the water out of the tap in the hotels.
Yeah.
That's how good it is. So it's incredible.
Yeah.
I think the thing that surprised, well, this is my second time here, but I think the thing that surprised me more than anything this time, because I'm on the sea this time more than I'm on the land. I just honestly can't believe how clean it is. It doesn't even matter. Like there's a construction site across because they're building this new condo building right beside us where we're moored. But I mean, everything's contained, everything's fenced in. There's no garbage anywhere.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any garbage.
No, and
Anyway.
actually, it was funny when we just finished the tour. There was a gal that she had dropped her like a tissue and a couple other things, and she bent down, picked it right up.
away.
Like, yeah, you could tell she was a local and wasn't going. Yeah.
Yeah. It's,
The only thing I guess was the graffiti, and excuse me, in Zagreb,
Yeah.
but there was no graffiti since then.
well, and it's funny. There's graffiti, but then we saw one part. It was graffiti everywhere, and somebody wrote over the graffiti, "This is our city. Don't deface it."
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome.
So it's kind of fun.
I saw some of the pictures on social media of the yacht that you're all traveling on. I think it looks spectacular. It's got the old timey sort of steering wheel and the bridge, and seeing a few of the crew members. Nobody's got cabin fever or anything like that. There's
No,
lots
this
of
thing
space.
is massive. Like this thing, we almost lost it.
Oh, cleavage.
Actually, now this is the. Of course, we're on the back of the vessel here, but looking forward, the bar is
Stern.
straight ahead. There's another one downstairs. You can go left or right.
Starboard or port.
Starboard or port, and if you want to go forward, we put the Canadian flag up. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's Elgar.
Oh,
There's Elgar. Oh, and he's hiding.
yeah.
That's our human. We call him our human pylon.
Yeah,
Can't miss Elgar.
yeah. You just see him in the
Yeah,
dark.
it's
Making the noise up
and you have to say the other thing. The rooms are way bigger than I thought they would be.
Oh yeah, they're really big. Yeah.
Like but not that you're ever in them, but bathrooms are big. You move around. Like it's
The
good
cabins,
size.
the cabins are
Yeah.
roughly the same size as a large cruise ship.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean,
You don't have balconies,
Yeah,
but
you don't have
you don't
balconies.
need it because we've got how many different floors? One, and then there's a floor below.
There's four
Yeah.
levels. But I think more so than anything is that guy with a stupid motorcycle.
See,
Bicycle.
that's
It's a bicycle. Yeah. So the thing is too is the culture here is you only sleep in your cabin. And like if you're on any yacht, it doesn't matter how big or how small it is. Typically, you just have portholes because the lifestyle of being on something like this, a vessel like this, is it's outdoor space the whole time, right? So you're outside eating, you're outside having coffee in the morning.
Yeah.
The hot tub here. There's a swimming pool in the front with a big fountain in it.
It's hot.
Yeah, it's a hot
Right
tub.
behind us.
It's a hot tub.
There's a pool up front, and it's a beautiful.
Yeah, it's fantastic. The food is amazing, just incredible. We love it. So any questions about what we're up to?
Except other than the names of the places we've been, just come to Croatia.
Yeah. Don't ask any tough questions here.
With the smaller vessel, you're going into smaller ports and probably seeing some pretty interesting stuff that you may not see on the larger cruise ships, and having to get on tenders and everything that comes along with that.
Oh, and where we this morning when the swim where we ended up, we were right close to an island, and we were all able to jump off into the water.
Overlooking the side, we could see the bottom.
Yeah.
And we just pulled in, and one of the young guys jumped off, paddled in with a rope, tied it around a big rock, and that's where we moored for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Right.
So we went swimming. Yeah.
Went swimming,
so
came
cool.
back in, and then had lunch, and then took off when we got here. And then we're tearing around, did a tour.
Yeah, of Split.
Now it's just about wine time.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a good thing you brought your Donald Duck water wings then, hey, JR, with all these swim stocks.
Yeah, my what do you call it? My noodle.
Yeah, he brought his noodle.
Yeah.
Your noodle and your dinghy. Keep it to yourself.
Quack, quack, quack. Yeah. So, and before we go, should we talk about the news?
We should tease this.
Yeah,
this is kind of cool. So not only our Mexico trip to Cancun, the golfing with Terry and Rick
November
and I,
3rd to the 10th.
Yeah, and that actually there's a few people on this yacht that are coming with us, so they're very excited. But we have another little trip that I've got to do just before we leave for Cancun.
This is big news.
This is big news. Don't know if anybody's heard, but I've been asked by the Grand Ole Opry to be a guest announcer. I'm so excited. So that is coming up on October 29th, Grand Ole Opry. It's O Canada night, and it was Terry Clark that asked me. She and I will kind of co-host together, and it's Gord Bamford's making his debut on the Opry. Carolyn Don Johnson is going to be there. And there's people that haven't even been announced yet, but Paul Brandt is coming. Tennille Towns, Tennille Arts is going to be on the show. And I get to be one of the announcers. And suddenly Network Travel heard about this and said, we got to put a trip together.
Well, we got to be there to support your debut, right? So we've got 20 seats. So it's going to be small, intimate, but we've been to Nashville so many times. It's kind of funny. We have a contact now at the Grand Ole Opry. And so she sent me a message and said, we're going to get you the best seats if you want to come. And so we're coming. And we're going to just do it's going to be an intimate group, and we're going to do some fun stuff.
Yes. Yeah. So airfare, accommodation, a great hotel just off Broadway.
Yeah.
We're actually going to give the first dibs on the people on this trip with us right now. So maybe, we don't know. Hopefully it doesn't sell out, and you have a shot if you're listening or watching the podcast. But, and then we'll do a private reception with myself, and I'll pop in. And October 29th. Yeah. So cool. Yeah.
Sounds super fun. Congratulations, first of all, JR. That's amazing.
Thank you.
This, Terry, is the closest I've ever been to a superstar.
It's really sad, isn't it?
Networktravel.ca is where people can go to find out more about the Nashville trip with JR, the Grand Ole Opry, and of course our all-you-can-golf, unlimited golf trip to Cancun, November 3rd to the 10th in Cancun, Mexico, hosted by Rick from Network Travel, JR, of course, Grand Ole Opry announcer, and myself.
Oh, and Terry, we can say Cancun.
We can say Cancun. That's good.
Can we?
We can pronounce Cancun.
We can say Cancun.
We don't say Puerto
That's-
Vallarta.
But at some point,
know
very
something.
soon, I'll be somewhere where the backdrop won't be like that.
A bed sheet.
One more look. There it is.
Check that out.
This has been the Zone 1 podcast. For a premium travel experience, Rick McSwain from networktravel.ca, Jackie Ray Greening. I'm Terry Evans. The Zone 1 podcast is part of the Reluctantly Podcast Network.